A victim.
Hello, hello, and welcome to Executive Mindset Live Coaching, where we are upper level practitioners of Fast EFT tactics, and we are brain trainers, and we have questions.
That's right. We're kind of following the how to get out of your own funk, and different people's funk is different, right? So this question is, I struggle with anger and anxiety and paranoia, and in general, falling victim to my own mind and worst thoughts. Recently, I lost a relationship that's important, and I keep repeating this pattern. I need help. I've seen the counselors, philosophy, psychologists. How do I control my anger and anxiety? And so that's the question. It's a good one because I think a lot of us feel that anger comes over us or sadness comes, it takes over our thinking and our thoughts, right? And we do become a victim to it. So this is Rita Wood, Tammy Magnuson. We're your brain trainers. Rita, what do you have to say?
That's full of information. I feel like he knows it's in his head.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. That's like step one, like, how do you learn how to swim? Not when you need it, right? Do you learn how to swim
Exactly.
before you need it? So, in our world it's brain training is how are you doing it? How are you creating those patterns? Where are you creating it? And who do you know? Maybe, as children, we learn from other people. We learn how to behave, how to act, how to respond. So we would go into memories. We would go into memory of who do you know who did this or who felt that, whatever those feelings, sensations are, go to the root of it, go to the belief system, go to the structure of that belief. Like, what do you believe about yourself? Like, well, I don't deserve love. Okay. And how do you know? Well, this thing happened when I was in the 3rd grade and, this and this. So we would go in there because that's what the memories hold, how to behave. It's how to act. So yeah, that's what I would.
Exactly. So he's feeling a victim to this anger, but the subconscious is getting triggered. It's getting a button pushed, and that button goes straight back to 3rd grade and says, here's what you got to do. Okay. The teacher got angry. Dad got angry. Now you know how to behave. And so it pushes that button, and then the behavior happens faster than you can think about. So we can modify all these behaviors and anger management, but until we get to the bottom of that memory and find out what is it that's holding power so that button is the one that's getting pushed, it's going to be there. So of course we would ask these questions like, what are these thoughts that are going on in your mind? How, he said that there's I'm a victim of my own mind and worst thoughts. What are these worst thoughts? How do they leave you feeling? And when's the first time you felt that? And then when he's in that memory, it's let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Use that happy memory anchored in. We anchor it on our wrist. You can anchor it many different places. And then going back in, noticing what's changed, and just let your brain do it for you. It automatically updates those memories. And then when that happens and the memory is good and you've made peace with it, the behavior changes. It is ultimate behavior modification to know what to do with these memories that are driving this behavior.
Yeah. And I think, if you can't see a practitioner at any moment, or if you can't see a practitioner to help you go rewrite those memories, the minute you have that thought, whatever that thought is, the anger thought or the wanting to lash out, that's where you just go, let it go. You stop, you smile, you breathe, and you tap and you let it go and you let it go. And you keep doing it, and you take your focus off of the problem or the thought. And you keep doing that because you're breaking patterns and you're breaking those neural connections. So that will help ease it until you address it.
Exactly. You're in a trance. So you're in that pattern of years ago, and it's going to just run automatically until you do break it, until you stop and interrupt it. And that's what, you know what? That's what we want to give you, this power to get out of your own funk, because you know you're going to know yourself better. And the more that you are with us, the more that you hear us, and even especially if you join the Flip It crew, the more that we will be able to give you the tools that work specifically for you, very personalized, because we know that your situation is different than everyone else's, but we know what to find inside of you that's going to give you the power to change it. All right. So like this video, subscribe, and be sure to send it to any of your friends and ask us questions. We're here to answer them for you and not just leave you where you were when you came, but to allow you to have a different, try something different, experiment with yourself, be a great experimenter, and your life will change.
Perfect.